Hey, just a quick video today to show you a way I figured out to gain a lot of buildable, usable storage space in a crew cab Nissan Frontier if you don't need all of the passenger seats in the back. The back seat of the crew cab Frontier has a sort of a, what do you call it? A 2/3 split or a 60/40? No, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. This is like one piece of the seat up to here, and this is like a separate unit. And this can fold up like that. That buys me some space almost to the floor here. Alternatively, this can flip down like this and gets me a wider space this way. This whole seat, though, that is never going to get used is really, that's a lot of bulk. It's taking up a lot of space. So I'm just going to take it on out of here. Then I get all of this space back to this wall and all of the space all the way down to here. After removing this plastic trim, which popped off of there pretty easily, I can see that there appears to be just 4 bolts holding this thing down. Now, I couldn't find any information online in the forums or on YouTube of anyone showing the removal of this seat. Okay, I've got the 2 forward bolts removed and the nuts removed from the 2 upright bolts in the back there. The seat belt connector is got an elastic loop on it. That comes right apart. Oh my. Now I've got some space to work with here. This is fantastic. I'm going to reuse these bolts and these nuts to secure whatever sort of shelving storage unit I build into this space. That way I don't lose these, and I've got a great way to anchor down whatever I put in here. Now here's an interesting discovery. This hole right here that one of these bolts came out of, it actually goes right through to the outside. Maybe if I put the light under there, you can see. So whatever you're doing in the space, you definitely would want to get at least that bolt back into that hole. Otherwise, that's just exposed to the ground. So this is what I've come up with initially, and I've just made this out of materials that I had. Some of it is stuff that was salvaged from the Forester build. Some of it is leftover materials from another little project I was working on a couple weeks ago, which you will see probably in a couple of weeks. But what I wanted to do here was get the fridge integrated and get some drawers in here with a number of the little items that I use frequently when I'm on the trail or when I'm camping. Stuff that I was accessing regularly. I had in a number of different spots around the Forester. Now I've got all that stuff collected right here, right where I can get to it. My air down tools, some handheld radios, little bits and pieces of camping stuff, stakes, flashlights, matches, some other random gear that I use, like gloves, batteries, tools, little things that I need quick access to on a regular basis. This is just one of those Rubbermaid sort of desk drawer things that I had sitting around. We'll see how well this little bungee cord works for keeping these drawers secured on bumpy roads. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who make some really nice builds in their vehicles, drawers and compartments and all kinds of things, and I'm simply not as handy as some of those other people. To build a set of drawers into this space probably would take me a whole entire weekend. And even then, it may not function that well. So something like this, which was, probably $10 to begin with, and it actually works just fine. It's not sexy overland gear, but it gets the job done, and it gets my job done here in the garage sooner, so I can get back out on the trail. The fridge is primarily secured with some industrial Velcro on the bottom. I know from experience with my Forester that this Velcro is very, very reliable. I've gone ahead and attached a ratchet strap as extra good measure, and there are also these brackets on the front to help prevent the fridge from shooting forward in a head-on collision type accident. Ideally, it would have been nice to have the fridge not up high, down lower with some sort of pull-out, but there's just not the space here, so it has to sit on top. This is just an initial shot at this using what I had sitting around the garage, basically. I suspect that this may evolve, but this gets me operational for now. And this shelf that I built is anchored to the truck using the bolts that were holding the seat down. So it's actually better anchored than anything I ever built into the Forester. The other critical piece here is my Jackery 500. My Jackery 500 is sort of the center of all of my power management. It keeps my fridge running overnight. The Jackery is also essential for keeping the rest of my gear charged up. My cameras, my drone, my phone and my iPad, my chainsaw battery, my camp light, my flashlight, my headlamp, many, many rechargeable items that I use frequently over the course of an overland trip. The Jackery keeps them all going. Well, I am really happy with how much I was able to fit in here while still preserving a large, comfortable back seat space. Yeah, there's tons of room in this back seat. I don't think Lucy will have anything to complain about. Alright, I hope you found that useful in some way. If you're new to the channel, I hope you stick around. I'll have more videos coming about the way I'm modifying the Frontier for my backcountry expeditions, as well as just hopefully some really nice, epic backcountry expeditions. To my longtime subscribers, I know some of you are growing weary of the garage videos, and I'm really sorry. Believe me, I am as eager to be out on the trail as you are. I had gradually tweaked and modified the Forester over the course of years to get it to a spot where I was sort of happy with how it functioned for me on the trail. And I'm having to recreate all that in a matter of weeks. I've had the truck now for about 3 weeks, and I'm going as fast as I can. I still have to work, keep up with the kids. I'm doing everything I can to get out on the trail. I do have some trips planned. I'll be going out this coming weekend, and I have more trips planned for the weeks and months to come. I do still have a lot of work to do on the Frontier. I have a whole camping setup that I'm working on that I think you'll find interesting. Some other things I need to take care of on the truck, and I will continue to make videos about those as I do them. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week.